Hey guys, how's it going? It's Shay and welcome back to The Utmost Geek. I know it's been quite a while since I've did my last video, as usual, with my uploading pattern these days, but I guess I have a valid reason. We actually moved houses and didn't have many ways I could actually put out this video because, again, I had a lot of time to spend on moving stuff and just spending time on family, so anyways, here we are now, and I'm sure some of you will recognize this. This is my first PC that I made a video of last year, around this time actually, and I actually never got around to making a video on it, as I didn't have a monitor or anything, and I could only hook it up to a TV, and it does work, and I did actually use it for a little bit after making the original video. I upgraded the RAM to 8 gigs from 3 gigabytes, so it's a bit more usable, and the original drives in this machine are now gone. One of them was resold and the other I had to give away because I had some personal data on it. So now we've got fresh SSD in it, so why don't we, for this video, find out what it can do and see if it's actually worth keeping anymore, because it's just a bit bulky and it's heavy and everything. It's also quite awkward to keep in its current form as well, because it's just so low and everything. It takes too much space, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll have to make this into a proper media center again, you know. But anyways, let's see what I can do. Alrighty guys, so here we are all booted up into the BIOS, and well, I couldn't find a very good monitor while I was out, and picked this up from Value Village for like $10 or something. It's got that stupid reflective screen, so you'll definitely be seeing me later on probably. It's just a regular American Megatrends BIOS, nothing too fancy to see here. The motherboard in this is not a basic one in that sense, so you do have all of this fancy overclocking stuff, so that is good. And again, everything else pretty normal. You do have AHCI on this, which is nice to have. It has the Q6600 as mentioned in the previous video, but I have had this thing overclocking before, and I believe it might have caused some issues, as I will show you in a bit. Northbridge, yeah, nothing too much here, all regular stuff. It does have one of those J-Micron chips, like some of my other machines with Asus motherboards in them. If we go to the hardware monitor, I'll just skip forward a bit so it shows up. So in here, this is one thing that's been concerning me for a while now. The 3.3 rail on the power supply is well under the limit, well, the threshold that it should be at least, and that is quite worrying. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that it's now running on 120 volts rather than 240 volts. I don't know if it was like this before, or if this is some sort of damage that, because I was previously doing overclocking with this thing, nothing too major, like I believe it was just maybe like up to 3 gigahertz max, maybe that's around there, but maybe that took a toll on the poor power supply, which is now reaching at least, say, around 22 years old maybe. So not good at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. You can see you have all these features here to change the fan curve, which is nice, always nice to have. And for some reason, the response time gets really laggy in this menu, so that's funny. But if we're just going out of there, all normal stuff. I bought it was a Team Group SSD, nothing too special for this. Yeah. Nothing else. It does have these features that I believe the Striker 2 Extreme machine, the custom gaming machine I have back home in the UK, had these overclocking profile things where you could save it onto a USB stick, which is nice. Same with this one here too. But yeah, let's boot into Windows and try a few things out, shall we? Alrighty, here we are, booted up into Windows 10. Let me turn that down a bit, sorry. As you can see, same Core 2 quad and everything. That's the motherboard's model number there. It's on the 2010 BIOS. It might not be the latest one, but yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. GT210, definitely a performance graphics card. I do wonder if like that Radeon Pro card that I have back home would work well in this thing or not. Probably will, if anything. Temps are all good as well. As you can see, CPU does get a tiny bit warm, but it's nothing to worry about really. Same with the GPU. GPU doesn't really have any airflow, so it does get a bit toasty under load. So yeah, there is that. And as you can see, it is a very fresh SSD, as I mentioned before. So that's really good. Of course, it's solder free. I mean, is it solder free? Must be solder free. Yeah, it's got 512 gigs. So it's all pretty much good. I'm much happier having this than like a Chinese SSD or something. So yeah. Anyways, let's try doing some stuff on it now. Alrighty, first up, YouTube. Does this pretty well. Of course, it does take a bit to buffer, but you know, I will say it does have some stuttering, thanks to that terrible GT210. What a potato that thing is. But if I just open the Stats for Nerds, I'll hopefully be able to see if it's actually internet based or not. Looks like it's not, so yeah, guess it's just the machine chuckling a tiny bit. One funny thing I did have back on the original disk that this thing had, when it had Windows 10 installed, right, and the Ethernet port used to turn itself off sometimes. Like, I just would quit, and I don't know why it did that. It looks like having a fresh install seemed to fix it all up, so that's good. And I guess it is not too jittery, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, let's try a few games, I guess. Alrighty, first up, Venge.io. Seems to be a lot of input lag. I don't know if that is. Yeah, I don't know if that's an internet thing or not, but when I tap on something, it takes a minute to respond. So yeah, just move the mouse there, for example. Yeah, not so great. I don't know if that's like an internet thing or what that is, but not great at all. Anyways, let's try something that's a bit more age appropriate to this machine. Alrighty, first up, as usual, Mafia. And I've noticed that Steam has had an update recently where they've started to show, rather than just your FPS counter, they've actually shown CPU, RAM, and GPU and all that stuff, usage, and a bit of thermal as well for the GPU, so that's cool. I thought I'd give that a try, rather than just using MSI Afterburner, but anyways, see how it does. Alrighty, so here we are, and we're getting already 30 FPS, oh my god, being extra rowdy this time. Excuse you, into the pole, boom. But it's fine. We are running at 1680 by 1050. I know this is another one of those funny 16 by 10 monitors, so couldn't really get standard resolution, unfortunately. Unfortunately. whatever that means. Temps are looking okay, 65 degrees on the GPU. CPU's actually getting quite a bit of usage, surprisingly. It says my GPU's got 0% usage? What? And CPU's got 49% usage? That can't be right. Nah, that can't be right at all. But yeah, perfectly playable, as most of my LGA 775 machines are. But anyways, on to the next game. Alright, up next, Half-Life 2. I can already see this thing struggling just on the main menus here, so might have to turn down some settings. Yeah, this might be a bit too much for the poor GT210 in here. Let's just change it up a bit and see before we start up. I think that should do a bit better. Let's see if it helps. Alright, now we've got a lower resolution too, so let's just start it up here and we'll go from there. Unfortunately, again, I don't have audio this time around, so you won't be able to hear G-Man talking and hello there. So there's that. Let's skip forward a bit. As you can see, even just playing this cut screen is a bit too much for that poor little GPU. It's at 69 degrees Celsius right now, 70 now. Yeah, there's literally no airflow for that passive GPU to breathe, so there is that. I will say I'm not very impressed with the Steam overlay thing that's going on here. I'm not happy at all with how off the numbers are, really. It's not correct, but it looks like at least the frame counter is right. 20 FPS, yeah, it looks a lot like it. I'm sure if I turn the settings down even further, it might be a bit, now we'll get up to 30. So yeah, it's playable again. I definitely think it's the crappy GPU that's holding this poor machine back. Yeah. We've seen this quite a few times already, haven't we, guys? If you've been watching my videos on these 775 machines, you'll pretty much know how they perform by now. But again, I've said this many times now, but Half-Life is one of those games that still looks pretty good even on lower settings. Well, I think a frame boost there. But obviously if you did side-by-side comparison, you'll see the amount of differences, but just to the naked eye, this is plenty, it's fine. It does okay. Yeah, I know one way I do realize it changing is when you go into this room here, or even just looking at the lettering there. Actually it looks alright, but I thought the lighting would be a bit worse than it already is, as you can see. But never mind. Anyways, on to the next game. Alright, up with the next game here, TF2. I'm not taking my chances, I'm putting everything at low already, so let's see how it does. Not gonna expect too much because we've already seen how bad Half-Life 2 was, but anyways, oh yeah, sorry about the camera adjustment, but yeah, let's see how it does. Alrighty, here we are, and 40 FPS, okay, yeah, not bad at all. This is kind of what I'd expect for low settings. I'm already gonna die, aren't I? Oh my god, oh my goodness. But okay, I'm getting harassed. Wow, nice, very good. Okay, nice. But our GPU is getting a bit more cooked there. CPU is also doing some more work now, so there's that. RAM usage is not much. Oh well, it is at 5 gigs already. So yeah, 8 gigs is not enough anymore, guys. I think we already knew that by now, but 8 gigs barely gets by, which is funny because I still remember when 4 gigabytes could still get by, but whatever. Why is he shooting me? Oh my god, what is this spy galore? everybody's supply here. But yeah, as you can see from what we've seen lately, it's not looking good for this machine performance-wise. I'm definitely gonna have to look into replacing its GPU for sure. So yeah, there's one more thing to try out, and that is Nova Bench. Alrighty, now for the final test. Nova Bench, as usual, everything's shut, and yeah, let's see how it does. I'm hoping we're gonna get somewhere around a score of 600. I'm hoping, because we got similar scores from other Core 2 quad machines that I have, especially the custom gaming PC, as well as the Dimension 9200. So yeah, but general usability of this machine, it does the job fine, really. What are we getting? 88 FPS, 91. Yeah, crappy GPU, to be honest. So no surprises there. I'm sure that could find something better to stick in this thing for sure. But oh, okay, 552. Not great. Graphics score of 26. Oh my god, what a potato. I know the iGPU in this thing probably wouldn't do better at all, or maybe even do worse. But I wouldn't risk using it right now, because one more thing I've noticed about this motherboard is that it likes to run its north bridge quite warm. So I don't know if I would want to take a risk like that to try, stress out that iGPU when its chip is already running crazy hot. So, oh well, looks like we'll just have to end the video there. Not too surprised, but it's a bit of a shame that's a bit of in a sad state for sure. But oh well, times change, doesn't it? Now let's end the video. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this rather short video on seeing this machine run again. I do apologize that it took so long again to make it, but I do hope to make one more video before I leave here, and that's actually I'm actually leaving here in a couple of days, so it's rather a late time to upload this for sure, but at least I've got it out of the way now, so I'm happy about that. Feel free to give me some suggestions on what I should do with the power supply issue that we're having with this. I know it's quite something to worry about for sure, but there's no way I can find a replacement power supply for this case, unfortunately. It's a very funny shape. It is not a standard format, and if I do end up finding one, it will be at least a couple of quite a lot of monies for sure. That's for I'd say at least maybe $150 or something, because and then there's the fact that even that power supply could have the same issues as this one, so I don't know what I'm gonna have to do about that. Excuse me. Might just have to put everything in a new case and just keep this around, I guess. I have no idea. But yeah, guys, all I have to say now is the regular old thing where nobody's forcing to like, subscribe, whatever. We don't do that around here on this channel, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.